The movie Wish You Well, based on David Baldacci's 2001 bestseller, is being screened at film festivals all over the country, and it'll soon be available on DVD. The author, David Baldacci, joins us today, along with one of the producers of the film, Sarah Elizabeth Timmons. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
This has been a long time coming. A lot of people have been waiting a long time to see this movie. What's it like to know that now people can actually see it?
It's a thrill. I have to say, it sort of chills going up and down my spine. It's my hometown, and Virginia is a big part of this film, so it's great to have it here. It really is.
And this is a project that was filmed in Virginia. For people who are not familiar with the storyline, I can't believe that they would not be. What is the story?
It's not one of my typical thrillers. It's set in 1940. It's sort of a coming-of-age story of a young girl and her young brother moving to Virginia, to a mountaintop from New York. And the place is based on where my mother grew up in Dickinson County, Virginia. The story is fictional, but really is a coming-of-age story.
Mm-hmm. And kind of personal for you.
Very personal. I mean, I had to interview my own mother for this. I had to let her read the book when I was done. Any son and mother relationship, you know, you're sort of quaking in your boots. Is Mom going to like this? And if not, my life is over. But she loved it. It was a very personal project, my most personal ever. And I'm just so glad we got the film made.
And Sarah Elizabeth, for you, what are some of the challenges of taking a book like this and creating a movie?
Well, I think one of the first discussions we had early on with the script is there were wild dogs and there was a bear chase, and we sat down and had a very candid conversation about what will work in an indie film and what we might need to cut for budgetary constraints. So I think that was definitely a challenge, but also adapting a book to a film is a feat in and of itself. So David and the other producer, Karen Spiegel, were very close to the book, and I made the choice to actually not read the book and come at it from strictly making the best film possible. I think we had a really good balance in making the film.
And plus the fact, David, that you wrote the screenplay, and this story originally started as a screenplay.
It did. It went from script to book to script again. So there's some symmetry there somehow. But rewriting the script during filming was a challenge. Logistically, for a lot of different reasons, some scenes got cut. There were plots in the holes in the plot. You had to sort of fill those and rewriting scenes along the way. So if you think that you were done when they start filming with the script, you're totally wrong. I rewrote all the way through. They have different colors for the pages of the script when you change it, and you never want to get to cherry. We blew right past cherry. But,
more than a rainbow.
Much more than a rainbow. This is like a cornucopia of color, but the end result, I think, people have loved.
And what did you think about the casting?
The casting was really important to get someone like Ellen Burstyn and Josh Lucas and Mackenzie Foy, who's a fine young actress, and you're going to hear a lot more about her as the years go by, was just amazing. This is indie film. You don't get this level of talent. We were really blessed that people respected the project, really loved the source material, and came in and did a fantastic professional job. And
Virginia really is another star of the movie.
It is, and I think that the cinematography is something that we've heard a lot about when it has played, and we captured Virginia in the fall, so the color is just spectacular. So it really adds a lot to the story that we already had.
So the movie is going to come out, be available on DVD, and are we going to see it on the big screen?
That is still in the works. There's a possibility that it will. You'll be able to stream it as well, DVD. It's been sold in a lot of foreign territories as well. Theatrical release, still on the table. We're still working on that. It is really hard to run the gauntlet to get distribution for a film, particularly independent film, but we've sort of exhausted everything we can. We're still working hard. Love to see it out there on the big screen. Definitely love to see it at the Bird Theater, so we're looking forward to that.
And we're not allowed to say technically, but in the early summer, you can expect that people will be able to get a DVD nationally.
But we won't say that for sure.
We won't say that. I'm saying early summer. That's as much as I can say.
All right. Sarah Elizabeth, David Baldacci, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And now we'll send it over to you.
Ooh, Cheryl got the inside track on that one. David Baldacci will be back home here in the metro area next month promoting the publication of his next novel, Memory Man. It's due on shelves April 21st, and David will speak and sign copies of his books on Sunday, April 26th at 2 p.m. at the Barnes & Noble in Glen Allen.